Hi everybody, I welcome you all to EduTap and I also want to welcome all of you to the NABARD Grade A 2026 ARD Current Affairs series that is going on, where we cover all the news that is there in that particular month, right? We do that weekly, and these news help you to cover the objective portion of the examination. These data will help you to write descriptive answer writing and also try to generically understand what are the things that are going on across the ARD sector in India. That all things we cover. And today we have picked up these news. Okay, so these five news we have picked up. First is about the MSP for 14 Kharif crop has been released. Very, very important for the NABARD grade examination. MSPs and advance estimates both are important. Majority of time it has been seen, observed that in examination MSPs and advanced either MSP or advanced estimates, those are us. So we will look at that. Then EPIDA, the institute which is responsible for taking care of the export of agriculture and processed food, that has facilitated first ever export of one district one product honey from Assam's Baksa to USA. What is this news? We will talk about it. We will also understand, what is ODOP program or why this particular area was chosen, everything. Okay. JCIS strengthens data-driven monitoring for jute cultivation. So, in how the technology in jute cultivation is helping, this news is about that. Then NIT Rourkela, this institute has developed an AI tool that would help to identify the food adulteration that is there. Okay, adulteration means what? It is when you add some impurity to the food or such to the food and products to reduce the you can say the cost of production. Okay, and these are harmful, with this technology it would be good that such adulteration can be detected at very quicker, I would say, time period. And around 189 crore Mizoram ginger mission has been launched. Okay, Ayushman, see, these news would definitely add on to the preparation, but we need to understand ARDCA consists of schemes, reports, and these generic current affair. So these generic current affair we are already doing, but it is very important that you cover the schemes part also through our sessions on schemes and reports. Usually, when exams are out, we come up with the reports and marathon sessions, so you don't have to worry about that. If at this moment currently you have some sources from where you can do reports, well and good, and if not, then before examinations we come up with report classes as well, right? So that would help you. But ARDCA, this would add on to the preparation. Reports we will cover exclusive to ARD, and but the schemes part you would have to cover from the schemes sessions. Okay, so now let's move ahead and talk about, ठीक है, what is cabinet committee on economic affairs. ठीक है, तो basically this is part of your means जो आपकी यूनियन कैबिनेट का एक बहुत important part है, and it takes care of expenses and everything, and it decides, ठीक है, कि कितना MSP होना चाहिए. ठीक है, तो basically there are overall 22 crops on which government provide minimum support. What does it mean? It means it says to the farmers, okay, that okay, you first go and sell into the market your produce. If but if you're not getting good rate, this is the minimum rate that we are guaranteeing you. So they say that you go to the market, if people are buying the produce at this rate or maybe higher than that, you can sell there only. But if you're not getting that much rate in the market, you come to us, we are going to take up your produce in this minimum, we are guaranteeing this particular amount we are going to give. So usually MSP is released before the season. अभी जैसे खरीफ season, it is going to start अभी जून जुलाई में it starts. ठीक है, so this MSP is released before that. तो अभी मई में इसलिए release किया है, so that now by looking at that what is the minimum support price they are getting from the government, farmers can decide which crops they should go for. ठीक है, तो 22 crops में 14 are kharif crops and rest of them are rabi crops, means that is growing in the winter season. Kharif crop is your rainy season crops. ठीक है, so this is like the paddy is your rice basically. So these are of two type. Common means generally which is used. Grade A, it's of slightly higher quality. ठीक है, so the MSP that has been assigned is 2441 per quintal, and for grade A it is 2461 per quintal, slightly higher. ठीक है, then jowar is also of two type, hybrid and maldandi. ठीक है, so for hybrid it is 4000 around per quintal it will be given, and 4073 quintal for maldandi. ठीक है, then bajra we have 2900 per quintal, ragi that is 5200 per quintal, maize 2400. Now if you observe, okay, you would find that for your um, uh, pulses, ठीक है, and even if you look at for your oil seeds, the MSPs are higher. Why is it done, ठीक है? Because this is also a way when the government tries to increase the crop diversification. At this moment, we are, you know, in the top countries who are producing rice and the common crops that are there. Right now, government wants that the farmers should switch their focus to pulses and oilseeds, because currently the production in India is not up to the mark, and we are heavily dependent on imports, okay, for both pulses and oilseeds. So it's a way of, you know, attracting farmers. So if you look at for tor or an arhar dal, 8,450 per quintal is proposed by government. For moong dal, it is 8,780. For udad, 8,200. Even if you look for the oil seeds, for groundnut it is 7,517 per quintal. Sunflower clay around 8,300. For soybean yellow around 5,700. Sesame, can you imagine? Sesame is your til ka tel. That is your 10,346. Because if you know, til ka tel India mein काफी use होता है, right? So for that, the production is currently very low. That is why it is offered a lot of higher MSP, so that farmers they can switch from the conventional farming that they're doing to these crops. Okay, Niger seed 10,052 per quintal. Then cotton is also of two type. Staple is like the length, so medium length cotton and long like fiber length cotton. So 8,267 for medium staple, and for cotton long staple 8,667. Okay, one thing I want to clarify, I do understand that these are very overwhelming, because a lot of, you know, data MSP, and that too for 14 crops, is very overwhelming. I do understand that, but this is very important. Okay, how you can do, instead of going for paddy common, okay, like very exact digit, you can go 2,440. Okay, round figure. ठीक है, because in an examination the options are never like 2,440, 2,441, 2,442. Not this much like very close figures are not given, right? So even if you go for round off the 2,440, so that is also fine. For grade 8 is 2,460, you can say, okay. Then for jowar hybrid, you can say around 4,020 rupees, okay. For jowar maltandi around 4,070 rupees. Similarly bajra to ये तो round off है 2,900, ठीक है. Then ragi around 5,200, you can keep in mind. Maize around 2,400. Then tur arar around this is also like round off figure only, 8,450. Then moong also you can go for around 8,700. Don't round off it is to 8,800. Why? Because then it is confusing, right? If in examination there will be a figure on 88, like for example 90, then you might get confused that, you know, which was the answer. So it is better that you go for the initial two digits, like around 8,700. Urad around 8,200, right? Similarly groundnut around 7,500. Sunflower seed around 8,300. Soybean yellow around 5,700, right? Sesame around 10,300. Niger seed 10,000, around 10,000. Okay, cotton medium staple around 8,200, and cotton long staple 8,600, right? So this would help you to prepare better. ठीक है, so it is again recommended that you please you do, ठीक है. um Yes, yes, Ayushman, currently they are doing so. Currently, government is doing so, so that what can happen, so that the farmers they can switch towards towards such crops which are actually under lesser production in India, but its demand is high, and we are depending on import. Anything which we are importing, the cost of it will increase for the consumer as well. So it leads to inflation. That is why this step has been taken. Okay, now let's come to the second news. So EPIDA, okay, what it has done, first ever export of one district one product, honey, okay, from Baksa district. First of all, we have to understand two important concepts, that what is aspirational district, because Baksa is an aspirational district, and another one that is one district one product initiative. What is this, okay? So first of all, what are aspirational districts? In every state there are certain districts which are not as much developed as other districts are, okay? Can be a number of reasons, maybe focus was not given or anything like that, okay? है. So aspirational district concept was introduced, right? In every state certain districts were identified which were which were lesser developed than the other district, so that special focus can be given on that. ठीक है. तो Baksa, which belongs to which is a district of Assam, ठीक है, it is an aspirational district, so extra focus is given. Second is one district one product initiative. What is this? So this initiative is launched by government, and under this initiative the motive is that, you know, of every district one particular product which is of good quality and which is, you know, famous, which is very prominent of that area, that will be promoted at national level and at international level. And the most common example whenever I talk about ODOP, I give this example of जैसे आगरा का पेठा. Whenever you listen, whenever like if somebody says that they have bought petha for something, like you would be like, okay, no, okay, that is a dish to that is a sweet to eat, right? But if somebody would offer you that this is Agra ka petha, so that clicks something in you, right? Because it is very famous of that area, right? So the motive of one district one product is to develop such to promote such produce, right? Because when it will become famous of that particular area, uh, marketing can be better. So because of that the producers or the sellers, they can fetch better rates at the national and international level, because then it will be associated with that area. It will be like unique, you can say, selling proposition of that particular area. ठीक है. तो बक्सा का जो, if you look for the honey that they produce, first of all they produce it in a eco-friendly and pesticide free environment, and this honey is of high quality. It is natural purity is quite high, and because that area has rich floral diversity, because of that the taste of the honey is very good, right? Because honey कैसे बनता है, आपको जो pollen grain से, इन्हीं सब से आपका nectar से लेते हैं तब बनता है, right? So even the floral diversity is there, so the quality of honey also changes. ठीक है. Organic characteristic है. So the aim is that from this aspirational district, if this particular produce can have better branding, better marketing, and better reach at national international level, maybe, you know, that area development can happen, right? So not maybe, but the target is to develop that area based on this factor. ठीक है. Export expected to give local honeybee and farmers nearly 43% higher price realization. Means currently what they are getting now, because of this export that was facilitated by EPEDA, 43% higher price they are going to get. So that's a good thing. ठीक है. It will help improve farmer income, rural livelihood, value addition, quality infrastructure, and India's agriculture export diversification. EPEDA is that organization which you can say this is the organization that has been developed to promote export of agriculture and processed foods. ठीक है. Bakery products भी आते हैं इसमें. Next up we have JCIS, which has a full form, Jute Cooperation Information System. So basically this is a, you can say, digital you can say system that has been developed by National Jute Board of India in collaboration with so this was developed in 2023 in collaboration with ISRO and Jute Corporation of India. ठीक है. And this uses your satellite data, weather analytics, and all, you know, field level input, whatever, like you can say technology it use to monitor the crop production. ठीक है. Basically what happened initially when this system was not there before 2023, having development in jute sector was very difficult. Why? Because first of all, whatever data we had to go for manual data, and whenever we go for manual data means we have to do field visit, and a lot of time inaccuracy was there. ठीक है. And it was very time consuming also. The unforeseen circumstances, for example flood, drought, or any such situation. A drought तो खैर is still it can be predicted, but a drought is also very different type है ना. Hydrological drought होता है, and then there are sociological drought and other type. ठीक है. तो sometime what happens, these unforeseen circumstances were not predicted because everything was manual and human, because of human intervention. But this particular system, which is Jute Crop Information System, now this uses your satellite data, weather analytics, vegetative indices, and all that. And because of that, what happens now, a lot of prediction, a lot of data analysis, it becomes easier. And because of that, better, you can say, steps are being taken for the improvement in jute production. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे दो की टूल्स यूज हुए हैं. एक है भुवन जम, दिस इज अ मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन फॉर ऑन फील्ड जूट मॉनिटरिंग, एंड दिस इज पत्सन, इट्स एज अ फुल फॉर्म, it's a web based platform. ठीक है. And इट इज यूज फॉर व्हाट, इट इज यूज फॉर द रियल टाइम जूट सर्वेलेंस एंड एनालिटिक्स, ठीक है। इसके अलावा तो क्या 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 चीजें करते हैं अब हाउ दिस इज हेल्पिंग इन जूट कल्टिवेशन, जूट क्रॉप एरिया का एस्टिमेट प्रॉपर निकालना, व्हाट कैन बी द क्रॉप आउटपुट, यील्ड, रॉ जूट प्रोडक्शन, मोर एक्यूरेसी आर बीइंग ऑब्जर्व, ठीक है। एंड इट यूजेस आई केयर, इट हैज अ फुल फॉर्म इम्प्रूव्ड कल्टिवेशन एंड एडवांस रेटिंग एक्सरसाइज, field network for geofield, whatever like data collection has to be done at geofield, that is done, ठीक है। rating is what, rating is basically a process। देखो जूट कैसे बनता है, there is from stems of jute these fibers are created, right? So it happens in two process, one is retting, one is stripping। so in retting what happens, when the stems are harvested, they are kept under water for certain duration so that they can loosen up, okay। and then stripping happens where these, you know, now fibers, they are stripped apart, and then the further process it takes place, ठीक है। तो again जैसे risk assessment has become easier because of this technology, ठीक है। next up we have NIT Rourkela develops AI tool, ठीक है, to rapidly detect and quantify adulteration। तो adulteration, you know what happens, for example the best example can be the water, when water is added in milk। so why does this happen, ठीक है। so water in itself is not good, but milk has all nutritive property and everything, but water does not have it। so water is what here, it is a low quality product that is added into our produce, ठीक है। why is it done, to reduce the cost of production, ठीक है, or to have more benefit, ठीक है। this is what, this is your adulteration is, ठीक है। तो in at this moment, or whatever food that is produced in India, you know, there is adulteration that has been observed, and a lot of, you know, these packed spices and everything, even of MBDH or any other like these companies that are there, you know, these are all banned in USA because of a lot of, you know, high quantity of quantity of adulteration that is there, ठीक है। so these technologies using AI to, you know, rapidly detect these things and everything, these are actually towards a better future, I would say, ठीक है। because this can what happens in this, so this AI based system, it uses your Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy and machine learning technology, because of these technology it can easily check that what is the real chemical composition of that food produce, and whatever other chemical composition that exists, it can easily segregate between the two, and because of that we get to know that in fact at as precise as that how much you know adulteration is there, and they checked it in coriander powder, they found 92% of with 92% of accuracy they detected that how much adulteration was there, ठीक है। and this happens within second, देखो there are currently also there are some technologies because of which adulteration can be checked, but these are time consuming now because of these checks and within seconds, so you know the processing time can become better, ठीक है। unlike conventional method it can detect as well quantify contamination level also, like पूरा time पूरा कितना percentage है, कितना amount है, वो सब बता सकता है, ठीक है। can be used in food processing units, labs, industries, ठीक है, इन सब चीजों में use हो सकता है। finally the last news that we have, करोड़ 189.79 crore Mizoram ginger mission has been launched, ठीक है, इन योर मिजोरम, ठीक है, आपका नॉर्थ ईस्ट में ये लॉन्च हुआ है। वहाँ पे जीआई सर्टिफाइड मीजो जिंजर है, बेसिकली टू प्रमोट दिस कल्टिवेशन इट हैज बीन डन, इट इज ऑफ गुड क्वालिटी, you know, at the global level there is a component that is oleoresin, that is, you know, in ginger that usually exists around the globe, it is around 3% of the overall ginger, in the ginger 3% is oleoresin, ठीक है। but in your miso ginger, this GI certified miso ginger, it is 6 to 8% oleo resin that exists, ठीक है। so it's of good quality, तो because of that जो क्या है क्वालिटी है, मीन्स इसकी एक वैल्यू, यू कैन से इट्स ऑफ गुड वैल्यू, ठीक है, एंड इट कैन बी प्रमोटेड। जीआई सर्टिफिकेट इज फॉर सर्टिफिकेशन इज गिवन टू सच प्रोड्यूस विच आर नेटिव टू अ एरिया, ठीक है। तो सो दिस इज करंटली 8 to 15 रुपीज पर केजी दे आर गेटिंग, बट इस वैल्यू चेंज से 500 पर केजी तक एस्टिमेट है इफ दे गो टू द इंटरनेशनल मार्केट, सो दिस विल हेल्प द फार्मर, ठीक है। तो इसमें क्या क्या चीज़ें, ऑल वट एवर गैप्स आर देयर, ठीक है, जैसे प्रोसेसिंग में, ब्रांडिंग में, पैकेजिंग, वैल्यू एडिशन एंड एक्सपोर्ट इंटीग्रेशन, सब इसमें कवर किया जाएगा। एंड जो मार्केटिंग के जो 4 पिलर्स है, ठीक है, फॉर मार्केटिंग इंटीग्रेशन दीज आर द मीन्स दीज आर द पिलर्स दैट विल बी टेकन केयर ऑफ कन्वर्जेंस, वैल्यू एडिशन एंड ब्रांडिंग का, ठीक है। करंटली टॉप 3 states that are there for ginger production, in first we have MP, in second में we have Karnataka, and in third में we have Assam, ठीक है। So why we are not focusing on this, why Mizoram, because we want to work for this Mizo ginger that exists, ठीक है। It will provide market, international market, ठीक है। Now here are some questions. What is the MSP approved for paddy common for marketing season? ठीक है, तो paddy common के लिए कितना है, ठीक है। So paddy common के लिए है ऑप्शन नंबर D, that is 2441, and that for the जो grade A था उसके लिए 2461 था, right? Recently APEDA facilitated first ever export for honey, ठीक है, to which country? तो अभी recently ODOP के initiative के अंडर from Baksa, that is an aspirational district of Assam, कहाँ गया? That went to USA, ठीक है। Which mobile app was developed under Jute Corp in information system for on-field jute monitoring, ठीक है। तो जो app था that is your Bhuvan Jump, and the web portal is your Patsan, ठीक है। Next up we have NIT Raulkela, ठीक है, AI based food adulteration detection system showered which accuracy is detecting adulteration in coriander powder, तो अभी 92% देखा गया है। एंड फाइनली कितना परसेंट देखा फाइनली जो मिजोरम मिजोरम जिंजर मिशन इज बेस्ड ऑन 4 पिलर स्ट्रैटेजिक पिलर्स, ठीक है। कन्वर्जेंस, वैल्यू एडिशन, ब्रांडिंग, ठीक है। कौन से किसके अंडर ये आते हैं आपके, ये आते हैं आपके इट कम्स अंडर योर मार्केट इंटीग्रेशन, ठीक है। फाइनली वी हैव 2 होमवर्क क्वेश्चंस फॉर यू। रिसेंटली व्हाट इज द MSP अप्रूव्ड फॉर सोयाबीन येलो फॉर मार्केटिंग सीजन, ठीक है, ये बताना है आपको। एंड सेकेंडली रागी सीजन के लिए क्या है आपको ये वाला बताना है, ठीक है। सो दैट इज ऑल। सी अगेन आई वुड से MSPs आर इम्पॉर्टेंट, ठीक है, दे हैव बीन ऑब्जर्व्ड इन द एग्जामिनेशन, ठीक है। एंड MSP और एडवांस एस्टिमेट्स दोनों इंपॉर्टेंट है, ठीक है। तो that you have to do, and for more such videos you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also join our Telegram channel to get the PDF of this and every lecture that we provide here on YouTube, ठीक है। Thank you everybody, and I wish you all the very best for your future. Thank you.